What you're looking at now is the opening that's going to accept the pantry cabinets and refrigerator. This is going to be built back about 3 feet. So on this left-hand wall, I stripped a piece of 5/8 inch thick plywood off of this area that goes from the top down to the bottom. This used to be a door for our old bathroom, and there used to be a hallway that went that away. Problem with that plywood was it was 5/8 inches thick, and the sheetrock is 1/2 inch. So we had to pull that out, otherwise we would have an uneven surface to put the sheetrock. So this surface here, these studs, right here, this is the surface going across where the 1/2 inch sheetrock is going to go. And we needed to have the raw boards, or the studs rather, exposed so we can make that surface flat. So this represents approximately that 3 feet that we needed to bump in to put the pantry cabinets in the refrigerator. So where that 2x4 ends and that planking begins, that's approximately where the piece of wall that's going to jump out this way is going to get adhered to the floor, and then it's going to go this way and end up against that wall there. These 3 horizontal planks that you see, these are backers to accept fasteners for a grab rail. So anytime you're using a grab rail, you want it in some solid wood rather than just into the sheetrock, because you can just pull right out of the sheetrock. So this is a 2x6, and it's in there with angle brackets. So that's good solid anchor point for putting in a grab rail. Now this blocking down here, there used to be an outlet in there, so I took the outlet out, and there was a big hole for where the outlet box was. So I put that plank in and screwed it from the other side, cut out a piece of sheetrock that fits the same size as the outlet, patched it in there, and used some sheetrock mud to get it filled back in. We got a heater here. It's kind of cold in here because this is an unheated space right now. So this heater is helping the plaster to dry out. Once that's all dry, I'll sand it and give it another coat, even it out a little bit more, and we'll be all set to go. The box that used to be in here is right here. So there was a hole in the wall, same size as this, and this fit in the hole and it was recessed, and there's the wall plate. So I decided to take this out. We're not going to need this because we're already going to have 2 outlets on a new wall that's going to go right here where the sink is. So I have a sink hook up to this plumbing area, and we'll have an outlet on the left to the right, and then like a light up top here for the mirror and the medicine chest. So we don't need that outlet down there because we're going to have a shower right here. It's not usually a good idea to have an electrical outlet by a shower. These over here are going to get pulled and yanked, and we're going to reroute the wiring into this adjacent room here where we got the washer and the dryer. And those outlets are going to go on this wall here, and I'll hook up a plumbing connection for hot and cold and drain. So that's tomorrow. I'm going to get going on that. Okay, I got these joist bays cleared out. So all the stuff that was hanged up in here is gone. And now there's free access to whichever joist the technician needs to run the wires. They're all empty. And this will provide as many options as possible to run the wires. So chances are this is the congested area. So I'd say the earliest opportunity to jump down here would be right about here, which would be this joist bay here. So we can run the wires through, well, let's start over. Okay, so here's the alternate route. See, all these wires are in the way. So the technician who's going to run the wires is going to want a clean shot. So I'm thinking if he runs against this beam all the way down this way, so there's plenty of room to put the wires, and then he can jump up inside of this beam here, which is where my hand is. See my hand? So I'll come around here where my hand is, so then he can jump down, and he's got all this area here to the left to fasten the wires, versus if he came any time sooner, he's going to run into this mess over here. So the earliest place you could come through to stay away from that mess. Be right here. Come through that way, come down and run it in this direction here, where there's a clean shot on all the open beam for the most part. Whereas to the other direction, there's nothing but wires. So hopefully this will work. So here's an interesting discovery. I'm following the wire that goes to the dryer. We're in its current location. Now it jumps up into this bay here, runs down that way, turns around and comes back, and then it heads over into the laundry area. I'm willing to bet that there's enough wire to run this into the new location. Looks like this got routed here just to use up some extra wire.